Warning for Texas, study suggests a fifth of the Texas electorate could be LGBTQ+ by 2040. Governor Greg Abbott ordered Texas agencies to investigate the parents of transgender kids for child abuse if they pursue gender-affirming care earlier this year. Last year, he signed into law a measure that forces public school students to play on sports teams based on their assigned sex at birth. However, as per a report from the Human Rights Campaign, the statistics favor the LGBTQ+ community and the future looks brighter in Texas. As per the report, the LGBTQ+ voting population in Texas is projected to grow from little more than 1 in 10 voters today to 1 in 5 in 2040. Axios Sophia Cai writes that the growth of the LGBTQ+ voting bloc, driven by higher LGBTQ+ identification among younger generations, could transform the electoral landscape at local, state, and federal levels. The report says that 12.3% of eligible Texas voters currently identify as LGBTQ+, and the researchers at the Human Rights Campaign Foundation and Bowling Green State University estimates this figure to reach 19.9% by 2040. The researchers also calculate that 4.8% of Texas baby boomers, 7.3% of Gen Xers, 15.5% of millennials, and 29.2% of people born in 1997 or after identify or will identify as LGBTQ+. In several consequential swing states such as Ohio and Georgia, the proportion of LGBTQ+ voters will almost double between 2020 and 2040. So I read that members of Generation Z and the younger generations, about 20% identify with the LGBTQ+ community. This statistic is saying almost 30%. So no wonder the voice is being heard. People are being exposed with TikTok to people with different lifestyles who dress their own way, and it's showing in even places like Texas. Was exciting. It's this movement towards being yourself, and it's only going to get bigger as we continue on.
I agree. There's like a certain laws and principles that I believe guide what happens. And there has been so much resistance for I can say my age and speak from my own experience, but there's always been resistance to our community. And the more resistance that's been out there, it is literally our time to help the universe transition into a more free, loving, authentic state.
Well, like as an elder millennial, I was born in 1981. I grew up in the MTV culture where you saw these artists, David Bowie and Pete Burns, who blurred the lines of gender expression. It didn't make me gay, but it made me realize it was okay to be myself. And kids these days are seeing that more and more, and they're seeing that representation. And it's not that there are more gay people, it's that there are more people comfortable with saying they're maybe not gay, but they're not straight. They're maybe not transgender, but they're not cisgender. There's a lot of people who are identifying as non-binary, gender fluid, sexually fluid, which is part of the LGBTQ spectrum. And that is what this really is. It's not turning people gay. It's not chemicals in the water. It's not anything like that. It's not the fault of TikTok. TikTok is just giving people a doorway or a window to see who they are in the life beyond what their little world has.
And people are seeing past their fears, right? Kids are seeing past their fears. This newer generation is not taking no mess at all. And so that comes as a warning to all of these politicians who are trying to put, like, these kids are going to remember. They're going to grow up.
Be bigger.
They're going to be bigger, stronger. Exactly. The electorate is going to change. The landscape is going to change. Also, your political landscape is going to change. Baby, you're going to age out. Yeah. And when you age out, baby, these babies are going to remember, and they're coming forward.
And they are, because Gen Z, all of Gen Z now is old enough to vote pretty much. Yeah. We're moving into Generation Alpha now. And the Gen Zers have a voice, and through social media and stuff, they've learned that they can speak their words and they can use their voice, and they are not afraid to get there and vote. I'm always happy to see all these Gen Zers in their early 20s and stuff who are out there campaigning and fighting, and
and I'm glad to be able to be here to see it.
Yes, I'm so proud of these kids these days, because
Were they not the ones that took on Wall Street? Remember with the GameStop and AMC, they took on Wall Street.
They crashed Wall Street, and saved this company. company just because they like video games. Like they don't care.
My favorite part is it's gonna mess with Texas. It's gonna mess with Texas.
I hope that these younger generations can inspire the older members of the community to finally express themselves and be who they want to be if they're not comfortable or feeling ashamed or feeling like they have to live a lie. I have a very good friend who says to me, well, who says, it's not who you have as a mentor who's an older generation. Who is your mentor who is younger than yourself? Who are you looking to for guidance who is younger than you? Because they are our future. They are our voice, and they're going to be carrying on our legacy. So what can the younger generations do to inspire us?
Well, and through the platforms like TikTok, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Old Gays.
Yes.
I am.
They're on TikTok and YouTube. It started as a Grindr skit, but it's these 4 older guys in like Palm Springs. They're all 70-something plus, who through social media have found this great platform where they can just be their silly selves. And it's inspiring a lot of older people to come out of the closet who may have had families, even though they were closet cases. They were always gay, but they repressed it. And now they're seeing other people like themselves who are out there enjoying their life and being authentic. And it's all because of the viral sensation of social media, because of Gen Z and these kids, and it's great to see.
I love it.
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.